Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel, and I wanted to do a quick art haul video, and I might even do a recording of the swatching of some of these. So I finally got my hands on Inktense blocks by Derwent, as well as the Caran Neocolor 2s. And I went ahead and got the push button water brush assorted set by Derwent as well. I'm located in Canada, and I made an order on Blick, which is the US company. So this was a very expensive order for me. If I take into consideration the shipping costs as well as the duties that I had to pay on these. So I didn't get full sets of these products, just because they're already expensive as is. Mind you, Blick did have some sales going on when I went online, and you will hear my dogs in the background, so don't mind them. My little old dog is kind of sniffing and licking the floors. He thinks the floors need cleaning, so he can have fun doing that. So with that being said, the Derwent water brushes, so there's 4 different kinds. It comes with the 2mm fine tip, 3mm medium tip, the 4mm large tip, and the 10mm chisel large tip. I can't wait to try these because the ones I have right now are really cheap, and I have to squeeze this here to get the water out, and sometimes I get a lot more water out than I need to, even though there's the stopper in here. So I'm curious to see how the buttons work on these. Other artists I've seen on YouTube use these and they really love them, so I thought it would be great to have this brand. And so I wanted to add that to my collection, and more than likely these should last me a while if I take really good care of them. So I can't wait to try these. And a lot of these supplies, or most of these supplies, not that there's a lot of them, I wanted an option of a product that is easy to travel with me, as I'm gonna start to, I might not be able to put that back on that one. I'll have to wait till it's wet. So I'll set those aside for now. Put that in my recycling bin. So I already removed the plastic on these. So these are the Inktense blocks. And so these are water-soluble, vibrant colors that dry permanently, and they're great for layering. So I liked the idea of these, that they're permanent once they dry. Unlike these won't, and it depends on the artist it depends on the artist's, I guess, opinion on these products. Like the Neocolor 2s, some artists will say, well, like once it's fully dry, it's hard to reactivate it, but a little bit of it will be reactivated. So in the Inktense blocks, I just got the 12 blocks, and I think it's more than enough for me for what I'll probably be using it. I don't like to be overwhelmed with too many options, so I can't wait to swatch these out and see what they look like on paper. Even though I've seen a lot of artists do a lot of swatching online, I think doing it myself will be probably different to the eye compared to looking at it online. Looking it through a TV, I guess, is what I should say. I've already prepared some watercolor paper. I've been most excited for the Neocolor 2s. So I'm just gonna prepare this swatching chart. that comes with the packaging. So the Neocolor 2s is a wax pastel that is also an aquarelle, which means they are water soluble as well. So these can be used as a crayon. It can be used somewhat like a paint when you add water, or depending on how much water you use, you can get like a watercolor effect on them as well. So let's open this up. There. Ooh, little stickers that comes with it. That's great. I can put these on my journals. Oh. Creative Class by Caran. So they probably have some like ideas and training online through their website. So this is the 30 set, which again for me I think is going to be the best option. I've seen some artists on YouTube mention how like they've gotten like the big 84 set, and then they're going to be like, well, there's a lot of these colors I wouldn't use. And as of right now, where I'm located, we do not have an art supply store in our town. I've got to drive an hour and a half to a bigger city. Well, depending on which city I go to, there's one that's 2 hours away and there's one an hour and a half away, and to go to a decent art supply store. So there's an even bigger art supply store that I really love that's actually located in another province, and we're planning a trip over there, which is in Halifax, Nova Scotia. We're planning a day trip there this spring, so I'll probably be stopping by at their art supply store. It's a really, really, really large store. It's a really large store. Oh my gosh. So this spring I plan a trip to Halifax for like just a day trip, and I plan on stopping at their art store, and they have a art and craft college, so their art store there is like very large, and I never know how to pronounce it. I think it's a French company, even though I do speak French. I mean, in my French, oh my god, I'm having a brain fart right now. In my French accent or pronunciations, I would say that it's called dessert. I've heard people pronounce it dessert. So I've seen a lot of these stores in Quebec. It seems to be a popular franchise in Quebec, but it's the same franchise that of this particular store that's in Halifax. So I recently made an account online with them, so that I don't know how their system works, but I think you get points or something like that when you shop with them. So I couldn't really find if they had this brand of crayons. They didn't have the large sets, because to my knowledge, any art supply stores that have these, they only have the small sets. I wanted to give these a try, but I also wanted to give myself a broader expanse of colors rather than just having the small set. And so even by not having the biggest set, even with these colors, it could mix my own colors with them. So that's going to be a great experiment to do. So I will be swatching these, and I'm going to do that on these prepped sheets that I did. So there's enough here for 30 crayons. I like this size just because like I could travel this size of paper. This is just watercolor paper. It is made by Claire Fontaine. It's Aquapad, 300 grams or 140 pounds. I actually got these at one of those dessert art supply stores in Quebec. We were in the area of Sherbrooke this past fall, so I went and I was actually on a mission to find an art supply store, so I came across that one. So we went there and I grabbed a few items there. Nothing fancy. I was looking more for paper. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these, and I'll try my best to do a recording of them, and we'll go from there. So there are the swatches that I did for the Caran Neocolor 2s. So what I've noticed is that on the watercolor paper, because it's cold press, the paper is quite rough. And compared to the swatch from the cardboard that came with the packaging, it's very smooth, and I really like this texture better on the smoother paper. I will probably take out one of my mixed media sketchbooks and also swatch these in there, since it's a smoother paper, and then that way I'll have both options besides these small ones. Um, I'll do something similar like this where it's just circular, and I'll do like a dry and a wet, and then I'll show that in a separate section. So that's it for the Neocolor 2s. I will have to prep some paper for the Inktense blocks and give those a try. And I will see you on the next video. If you liked this video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and help me grow my channel. And this channel is to show you my art journey. I'm very beginner. I've only started working and doing getting back into creativity since September of 2024. So I'm really exploring a lot of mediums and different types of mediums, and and I've obviously been spending a lot of money on different mediums. So far, I really love the acrylic gouache, and I can't wait to make some art with these, as well as the Inktense blocks. For goodness sake, I can't even say that word. Um, and I'll see what I come up with in the future, and I will try to be more vigilant in making more videos of me actually doing artwork. So that is a to come session. Oh, and also something here, well, you would have noticed me swatching these. I didn't bother doing any water on the white because it's already on white paper, so you can't see it. The white crayon will be great for adding highlights, and it might maybe a little bit more visible on a colored paper. So I will keep you posted, and I will be back with another video for the Inktense block swatching. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.